Welcome back to Coin Value Guide, where everyday pocket change can secretly carry life-changing stories. And today, we are diving into a coin that most Americans have held, without ever realizing what it could represent: the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar coin. A coin born in an era of American uncertainty, pride, and hidden opportunity. And if you think a used coin from the 1970s cannot possibly be special, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you may look at your own coins very differently. Now imagine this. You are holding a half-dollar worn by time. Its surface dulled by decades of circulation. It feels ordinary, almost forgettable. Yet history whispers through its metal, and that whisper grows louder as we peel back each layer, step by step. Because some versions of this exact coin have been linked in stories and private sales, rumored at values reaching $12 million. And before you dismiss that number, pause for a moment, because the real secret is not just the coin, but why collectors chase it, and why condition, minting details, and timing can turn a used coin into a legend. Now, before we go any further, if you love uncovering hidden value in everyday coins, and you do not want to miss future rare coin breakdowns, make sure you subscribe to Coin Value Guide right now, because what comes next might surprise you even more than you expect. Now let us set the stage. It is 1974. America is moving through economic uncertainty. Inflation is rising. Metal prices are volatile. The U.S. Mint is making crucial changes to coin compositions. The Kennedy half-dollar, originally introduced in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy, quickly became a symbol of national memory. By 1974, the coin is no longer made of silver, but instead uses a copper nickel-clad composition. Yet collectors know that some of the most mysterious and valuable errors, varieties, and special strikes often come from years just like this, when changes were fresh and oversight was imperfect. And here is where suspense begins. Because not every 1974 Kennedy half-dollar is the same. Some were struck in Philadelphia with no mint mark, some in Denver with a D-mint mark, and some in San Francisco for proof sets, and most people never look closely enough to see the difference. Now imagine a used coin passed from hand to hand through grocery stores, gas stations, and wallets. Its diameter remains a solid 30.61 millimeters, wide enough to feel substantial in your palm. Its thickness about 2.15 millimeters, giving it that unmistakable half-dollar heft, and its weight 11.34 grams, balanced and sturdy, yet hiding secrets in plain sight. The condition of the coin matters deeply, and even a used example can carry immense intrigue. When paired with rare characteristics, and here comes the cliffhanger. Because the value jump does not start with millions, it starts with knowledge. Most used 1974 Kennedy half-dollars are worth face value to a few dollars. But certain rare errors, double die obverse strikes, off-center strikes, missing clad layers, or experimental planchettes have sent collectors into bidding wars. And whispers of a $12 million valuation stem from private collector lore linked to extremely rare transitional errors and presentation pieces that were never meant to leave mint control. And this is where the heart starts racing, because somewhere out there could be a coin that slipped through unnoticed. Take a breath and tap that like button if this is already blowing your mind, because we are just getting started. And the suspense deepens when we talk about condition, because even used does not mean worthless. A used coin graded about uncirculated or extremely fine can still carry strong collector interest, especially when surfaces show sharp hair details on Kennedy, strong lettering on Liberty, and minimal wear on the eagle feathers on the reverse. The better the detail, the stronger the value signal. And collectors obsess over this. Now, let us talk composition. Because the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded over a pure copper core. And while that may sound ordinary, the way those layers bonded created opportunities for rare missing layer errors to appear lighter in weight and have a distinctive dull gray tone. And if you ever see a $50 that feels too light, stop everything. Because that could be the moment that changes your life. Now pause right here and comment below. If you have ever found a Kennedy $50 in your change, because your story might inspire another collector to check their own coins. And this is how communities are built. Now let us return to that $12 million figure. Because suspense thrives on mystery, and mystery thrives on scarcity. Coins rumored at that level are not everyday finds. They are tied to extraordinary provenance, presentation strikes, unique errors, and historical significance, sometimes linked to government archives or private estates. And while not every collector will ever see such a coin, the possibility is what fuels the hunt, and that hunt is what makes coin collecting thrilling. Now imagine holding your used 1974 Kennedy $50 under a bright light, tilting it slowly, checking for doubling in the date, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty." Checking the edge for uniform-clad layers, weighing it precisely, and comparing it against known standards. This is not just inspection. This is detective work. And collectors live for this moment. Now let us talk about how to sell. Because knowing value is only half the journey. If you believe you have something special, the worst thing you can do is rush to sell it at a pawn shop. The right selling place matters enormously. Trusted options include professional coin dealers, certified auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stacks, Bowers, and Great Collections, and reputable online marketplaces such as eBay, where graded coins command far higher prices. But here is the key. Never sell a potentially rare coin raw. Get it authenticated and graded by trusted services like PCGs or NGC. Because certification transforms curiosity into credibility, and credibility unlocks serious money. And this is where many people fail, because they skip this step and lose thousands or more. Now, if you are still with me, you are exactly the kind of viewer we make videos for, so make sure you are subscribed to Coin Value Guide, because every week we uncover stories just like this. Ones that most people scroll past without ever knowing what they missed. And here comes another cliffhanger. Because even if your 1974 Kennedy $50 is not $1 million rarity, it still holds a place in American history. And demand for Kennedy halves continues to rise as younger collectors enter the hobby and supply of high-grade examples shrinks. And that means values trend upward over time, especially for coins with eye appeal, strong strikes, and original surfaces. And here is the emotional truth. Coin collecting is not just about money. It is about connection, holding history, feeling the weight of another era, and knowing that something small can carry immense meaning and sometimes immense value. And that is why this coin continues to fascinate collectors across the United States. Now, before we wrap up, I want you to imagine this scenario one last time. A small envelope, a forgotten drawer, a used $50 resting quietly, waiting for someone like you to notice it and ask the right questions. That curiosity is priceless. And if this video sparked that curiosity in you, please share it with another collector or friend, because you never know who might be holding the next incredible discovery. And if you enjoyed this deep dive and want to support the channel, you can send a super thanks. It helps us continue bringing rare coin value breakdowns straight to you. And as we close, remember, stay curious, stay patient, and always check your change, because the next legendary coin story could begin in your own hands. And this is Coin Value Guide, reminding you that history, wealth, and mystery often hide in plain sight. So stay subscribed. And I will see you in the next rare coin reveal.